Right, okay, welcome back, absolute fucking peasants, a lot of ya. Right, now, obviously, we have come back and pulled ourselves around and back from our pastry moments of dipping toes into it, yeah? Fury Toes does not go into, or the Sergeant does not dip in his toes into the world of pastry, yeah? We've done that for a very specific reason of a Michelin ability of awareness of our fellow squad members, okay? So I've actually designated an actual separate crew now for the squad membership. So you've got squad membership. We've also got squad membership attachment, Tracy and Alan the cake crew, okay? So, shit, I'm absolutely smashed, I'm well pissed, right? So, anyway, so, I mean, at the end of the day, it takes measurement ability and extreme dedication and a certain love of what the cake crew do, which is far beyond my technique, skillage, really. I mean, let's be honest with you, imagination and artistry, really. It's definitely a lot more arty. I've never been that arty, so hence the reason why we're going to have to call it a day on any pastry. I mean, obviously, if I've been in bad behaviour, I've pissed someone else off in the next couple of days, probably. That's like the usual situation, and I'll say something and everyone just starts having a moment of irresponsibility. And start deleting everyone or getting fucking them off for a channel. So I'm only fucking around. Right, okay, so I wanted to get back to basically we're going back to savoury, obviously. Now I watched someone's video the other day. I'm not going to say who it is, the White Wizard. He seems to be bearing up quite well, and he done a steak and chip and fried onion dish, which I thought was quite admirable, to be honest. On his outside flat fryer, which is nice, and he was complaining about his chips were a bit soggy, and it was about the potatoes. Actually, it wasn't. The potatoes were probably alright. It depends on what they are. If they are like literally white potatoes, I wouldn't touch them with a barge bowl. I mean, basically, I think he just didn't cook them long enough, really, and they went in slightly far too hot. But apart from that, it did look very, very nice. I must admit that. So that got me thinking. So I thought to myself, well, tonight what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a steak and chip dish, yeah, so that was my intention. So I went up to the special, double, triple, ultra special, expensive but extremely special shop, and the steaks they had left in there were A, shit, B, shocking, B, C, ultra, like there was a steak that was literally that thick, like £9, and I'm like, are you taking the piss? So I just went, right, I'm standing there looking at my choices, and I'm like, oh, this is a disaster. There was some frying steaks, but they're like, I've used them for a beef Chow-Mein actually, so I went, nah, fuck it. I actually picked up some rosemary before I got to the meat bit. And I just went, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's bollocks. I'm not paying £9 for a fucking, like, 1 inch, like 1 centimetre, like, well, maybe 1.5, being generous, ribeye steak for £9. Are you out of your fucking tree? And I went, nah, fuck that. So I thought, fuck it, what I'll do, I'd rather spend a bit more money, and I got a really nice, biggish Topside beef joint. Now I can use that and get loads of meals out of that. So So that's what I was going to do. I was going to do a calf de mure or something like that. It's called. It's basically like a flavoured buttered steak. Okay, so you obviously fry the steak off, whatever, and you create this flavoured butter and you put it on top when you serve it up, and it melts, and it's amazing. And I was going to do that with lovely homemade chips, fried tomatoes, and all that stuff, but I'm not paying £9. That was the cheapest one they had. Was £9. There was some really, actually there was some cheaper ones for like £6.50, and they were like fucking shit frying steaks. Like, fuck off. Like, they were terrible. I'm like, no, this is mental. So it was actually just cheaper to buy a joint of beef. It really was. It cost me 17 quid, but I've already sheared off loads of meat off it, and I've still got 3 massive big lumps to put in that I've put in the freezer. So what I'm going to be doing tonight, I'm going to do it slightly differently from last time. Yet again, I'm going to do my favourite meal that I actually love doing. We're doing a beef Chow-Mein. So I know everyone's going, oh, for fuck's sake, not again. I know. But I do love doing them, and I'm getting quite good at doing them, frankly. So, well, I'm going to just get out a jar of pot that's reasonable at the moment. Just want to get that ready. Right, so we're going to start now. I want to get this up to a high temperature this time. So we're going to be going basically quick and fast. Yeah. So I want to try and get it ready. So I've got the spring onion, I've got the ginger, I've got the garlic prepared. So we just go. I'm going to go for like some nice, lovely big white onions. So these are going to give it a slightly more different tone. Some of the onions I sometimes get are brown onions, and they've like got a lot more like punchability to them, where the white onions are almost like a massive shallot, really, to be honest. So, but I want them to be, but they do hold up quite well to a beef Chow-Mein. So, like I said, I know, but and it's almost a semi competition between on the steak that I was going to do. I just can't believe it was that expensive. I was amazed. I really was. Right, anyway, so I want to get through and talk about, obviously, the strawberry Victoria sponge cake that I attempted to do. I reckon I whacked in just too much flour at the end. I panicked a little bit. And I can understand what, obviously, Mr. Sheep Unit, the yellow glove, shiny pot fanatic, said about it, and Ron. I know Ron, he was shocking, and Pelosi. Pelosi actually stuck up for us, to be honest with you. So fair on fucking freedom fighter Pelosi, with extremely like detective chicken spore skills, detection moments going on. He hadn't done that recently, so it's quite cool. Well, not bothered really. He's like our health inspector, isn't he, on the channel, so it's quite mad. But yeah, even like, he actually stuck up for us and said, like, at least you had like the balls and the like literally, you know, humbleness to make it up to Mrs. Tracy. Because obviously I really did piss her off, so which I can now understand. So I'm not saying it's fine, I'm just saying it is what it is. But I'm going to whack in a little bit more oil than what I want. Okay, so I need this up to quite a high heat. It's going to be pretty quick and vicious, to be honest with you. So I do need wooden spoon on tap. I've got the garlic there. I need the ginger there as well. Right, the beef I've already shredded up and whacked in corn flour, Chinese 5-spice, baking powder. I've got no bicarbonate of soda. Light and dark soy sauce, and some nice oyster sauce, like the really good stuff. So, so that's what I've decided to do. Right, let's do it. So, right, I'm going to cut these. As I'm going to cut them, I'm going to cut them straight down, no messing about, like absolutely none. Right, okay, so I've got a lot of fireworks going on outside. It is bonfire night, it's that time of year. So like I said, this is almost like a little bit of a midweek special. So yeah, I just, you know, I did enjoy doing the cake situation. Just felt a little bit outside my comfort zone, really, if I'm honest. And at the end of the day, I don't really mind being outside the comfort zone on some things, but like it's got to be stuff that I'm willing to eat. I mean, I did make it the other night, and I mean, I haven't even ate it really. I just don't eat desserts. I just don't really. It's not really like even like sticky toffee pudding and custards or whatever. It's not really my sort of like game really. I mean, I'd eat it if I had to, you know, if I'm forced at like head point with a special like metally instrument I would, but here we go. Right, we're going to whack this in. So we're just going to whack in the onions straight away, loads have gone everywhere. Okay, so more in. Right, we're just going to do a deliverance of onions really. It's going to help to slightly cool that pan down a little bit. Right, but we are going for a lot of onions on this one. It's going to be like an important, and we've got to do it like fairly rapido as well. Like, and I've got to have this up full blast now. Okay, so I want it up. As soon as I start to detect a little bit of colour on them onions, then that is when garlic goes in. But before we do the garlic, we're going to talk about ginger. Now, normally on a beef chow-mein, I do not put ginger in, but on this one, I'm going to do exactly that. Now, why is that the case? Well, the reason why is because this is going to be a spicy beef chow-mein. So I want a little bit of spice replication to be coming into this. I could like blitz this up and all that sort of stuff, but I'm not going to. I want to do it like I would do like the garlic. So I'm just going to try and finely chop it up a little bit. It does have to eventually meld in. I'm just keeping an eye on them onions. I'm checking water situations. Right, that's fine. Okay, so that's the ginger done. Right, okay. Let's give this a nice move around. So I want to try and keep a high heat on this. We've had another new trial chef at work today. So that was quite interesting. His name's Scott. Seems like a nice geezer. We've got a 58-year-old Italian who's worked in like Italian restaurants and things like that. Who started, and then we had another. I think we've got another 3 or 4 new trial chefs. We seem to be overloaded with trial chefs at the moment, which is always good because you need to pick from the best of the crop. But yeah, I mean the current chefs at work are doing their thing and all that sort of stuff. Seemed to be like the other day though. I mean they were a little bit on their phones quite a lot, and one of them had like a sudden interruption of coughing. A lot of coughing going on, and really a lot of quiet moments. Like normally quite chatty, but in their own language, obviously, because they're you know they've got their own language. And but it seemed to be a little bit quiet. And then the other day, yesterday, there was just a sudden inspiration that the non-language ability chefs just started to. I think we'll just clean the kitchen from top to bottom and start to paint the doors in the middle of the service, which I thought was quite strange. But that's, you know, contributing and corresponding with lots of incoming new trial chefs. So I don't know what's going on there. I've got no idea at all. Right, okay, so I'm just going to like spice these around. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Right, here we go. Right, so we're getting there, starting to nicely break down now, but before they start to actually break down, this is what we're going to do. We're going to just start whacking in the garlic. And I've got that up full temperature. I'm just going to go lovely and slicey. Right, you could now, really, I mean, I would probably recommend squeezing the garlic in there with a garlic crusher. But for me, I like it sliced. I just do. I'm actually starting to get, I've been doing so much cooking, I'm actually starting to get like a sore finger. Look. Right, it's all gone all funny there. Look. So, but that did have a lot to do with, I used a lot of oven cleaner the other day. And I let it rest on me, like I let it on my hands for a little bit too long. And oven cleaner, like professional, we're not talking about, oh, let's go down to like the local special shop and get like fucking oven cleaner flash. Like, it's not that, it's like actual proper professional oven cleaner. And but the ones we've got is actually alright. I mean, it's okay. It's not like the best of the best. It's not like ultra fucking, it will clean literally the worst greasy pan you've ever seen in your life, or extraction fan or whatever. It does the job, but we have these people that come in to extract, to clean out the extraction hoods and that, and they actually gave me a bottle, a 4 litre, was it a 2 litre tub full of it, and it is like hardcore fucking oven cleaner, mate. Like, if you spray it on your face, your face will just fucking like disappear into obscurity, to be honest with you. It's that strong. And I use that for just special occasions like the air filter extractions and things like that. So, right, okay. But they do it professionally and I just do it weekly, do you know what I mean? So, right, okay. So we've got that. So I've whacked in some ginger. So I thought that would be a good idea. And as we've whacked in the ginger, now I'm going to whack in the actual beef. So I've had this marinated in cornflour, baking powder, the oyster, light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, Chinese spice, and we're just going to whack the beef in. I'm going to just get it splayed out as I want it to cook. So this time I don't want to cook the onions out too much. Now obviously I haven't done a video of me actually cutting the meat, so I do apologise. I have cut it quite thinly, so I'll show you the knife that I use. It does need slightly sharpening, but it's still at the moment relatively acceptable. So there we are. Right, okay. So, you know, and I do like doing the old beef chow-mein. It's just like a really nice dish to do. Now I've got a packet of just medium egg noodles. I was debating about actually making my own noodles. That is going to be for a video that's upcoming probably after Christmas, I think, to be honest with you, because I've always been quite tempted to actually make my own noodles. That'd be quite amazing. Right, that's on a high heat. So what I want to do now is just spread this out, right, and not do anything. Right, okay. Especially with that beef. So, right, so yes, anyway, so I cut quite a bit of beef off the actual what we got, and I've still got, right, so it cost me 17 quid, right, for a Topside of beef. So I've still got all that one left, right, so that's like the size of my hand, and I've still got that one left. So I just quartered it, really. I just cut it up in quarters, and that one left as well. So we've got shitloads of beef. So if ever I want to do like a beef chow-mein or something like that, or beef and rice off camera, I can do it. So it's all like good in the hood. So right, okay. So next what I want to do is I want to start thinking about preparing the sauce location, right? Now, while I'm doing the sauce, while we've got all these trial chefs coming in at work, and lots of sporadic cleaning going on at work with the original crew. They've got their own language to speak in, which is really great. I love it. I love it when they're all there on a Thursday, and I'm like literally the only person that speaks the native language that's in there, and they're all talking in their own language, and I have got absolutely no idea what they're saying. It's fucking amazing. I feel really like deeply enriched in diversity and all that great stuff that has led to where we are today in the British and these brilliant isles of Britain. It's really fills me with like hope for the future. Right, okay, right. So I'm gonna whack in some Chinese fry spice. So I want a nice load of that, and I'm gonna do dark soy sauce. It's going to be roughly the same as the others, but it's going to be slightly different. And we've got some light soy sauce. I just want to put a little bit more than what I want to put in. And then we're going to go for the actual lovely oyster sauce from that one, which is actually a really good one, actually. So, and it cost me like £3.75 for this fucker. So it's quite expensive. So, right, okay, while that's cooking out, and I just quickly give this a mix, I'm going to lightly spice it with a little bit of black pepper. Alright, so I don't want to mess about it too much. Okay, right, let's turn this down now. So everything's starting to catch now. So next I want to start whacking in the I'm going to whack in the actual chilies. Alright, so this is where it's going to be spicy, is we're putting in four green chilies and 4 red chilies. Right, so I'm just going to chuck them in, and I'm going to go as finish as I want to do. Everyone's going to be saying that's going to be ridiculous, but I do love heat. I do like it. So yeah. So it's going to be like seeds. I go seeds and everything, mate. I don't really. But I've got to remember to really wash my hands, because tomorrow morning could be a bit shit. Because I do have special moments in the morning. So it's just a thing. Oh, I'm a bloke, so there we go. Alright, it's just but them effects haven't really worn off yet, so no. I mean, I can understand like married men by the time they get to my age, like they're just completely non-roasting at all. Like they don't think about fanny or nothing, mate. Like I'm always thinking about that. Fucking nightmare, I tell you. Obviously I don't do nothing, do you know what I mean? I've got like a mental case on me. But you know, I do occasionally think, oh yeah, I'm the addict's alright. So right, okay, so okie-dokie. Right, I like the colour. Now if I've got any extra, I've actually got some extra chilli flakes. Okay, I might sprinkle that. I'm going to sprinkle some chilli flakes in it now. Just a little bit. Just to pep it up a little bit. I'm just thinking, I think what would be really, really nice if I can find some. Oh shit, that's strawberries. I'm looking up, there we go, I've got a nice right, I've got an old lemon. I want to go for lemon rather than lime, but it's not, it's a little bit old, but fuck it, it's lemon. So I just want a little bit of lemon juice in there. Right, and the reason why I'm doing that is not for like anything like flavour or anything like that. Right, it's literally just to counterbalance any sugars that are going to be coming out from them onions, because there's a lot of onions in there, right? So it's not about flavour on that front. So it's literally just about onions, and that's it really. Right, okay. Right, now I'm going to whack in mushrooms. So don't forget, when you do the mushrooms, say like this, always do them like slightly bigger. Do you know what I mean? Right, so anyway, so I had an urgent Mitchie meeting in the shitter at work this morning. We've had an update from the South African. He has stalled in the middle of the Atlantic for maintenance checks only. Now, while he does that, obviously Mr. Half a Boo Boo Leg is still up on the parachuter, 500 metres up in the air. He's just like hanging there by the wind. They have got to a place where it is slightly more windy, so that's always a good thing. So I'm not really too bothered about that. Now the problem that we've got is that this is what I've personally been told, is that he fixed the hang on, I'm having a because I've touched lemon, I've got a couple of cuts on my hands. They're kicking off, so it's a bit fucking annoying. Right, okay, I'm going to chuck the noodles in. Right, so anyway, so basically he had to do a little bit of adjustment, a front flipper adjustment on his bike. I'm just going to do all the noodles. Fuck it, I can't be arsed. Right, so here we go. Right, that's cool. I need another thing for that. Oh, I'm having a moment. My name's Sergeant Fury Toes, and welcome to the madhouse. So there we go. Right, so yeah, so I'm going to whack that, a little bit of salt into that as well, just to help them out. I've got another cut on that hand, so I'm now feeling like massive pain. Right, okay, it's like salt into wounds is a bit hardcore. Right, the onions have sadly disappeared a little bit. So I probably should have. I'm not going to put fresh onions. I could put fresh onions in there actually, couldn't I? If I do it now, like if I can actually manage that, if I do it now, because I've still got time. Right, only just so, but I've got to be really quick. Right, I know everyone's going, what the fuck? But I want some. I don't want obviously fresh onion in there, but I want onion in there that's gonna. So they're gonna give a nice background flavour to it anyway. So, can I do it fast? I don't think I can do it fast enough. Can I do it without ripping into it, like, and brutalising it? So if I do it really fine. Because them noodles, they've got to be done. I need to whack them right up. Right, and the reason why I want to do this now is because them mushrooms are still going to have time to take. So I need to get it done if you're going to do anything like this. Right, so we're literally doing like a bandit extraction really. I'm just helping out the onion because I do want some. When you bite into the noodles, I don't want them to be like firm onion, but I want you to know there's onion in there that is not quite as, it's slightly fresher, do you know what I mean? So it's a lovely dish, and it's a good dish to have, because or to know how to do is a beef chow mein. So, and you can do any sort of version of it that you want. So I've just gone for a slightly spicier version than I would normally do. So because I've done loads of them, so I can understand like people getting like a bit Oh, for fuck's sake, not another beef Chow-Mein. But you know, like, but the White Wizard's done loads of fucking steak and chips, hasn't he? So, at the end of the day, and I've made it slightly different. Right, so I know that beef is like getting really lovely now. And let's just mix all them lovely, like, Christine's had a moment. Right, Christine's just turned herself off for no reason at all. Okay, so now it's important. The beef I know is completely done. It's completely caramelised, and do you see what I mean? Like all them the first load of onions I whacked in there have literally fucked off. They've literally left the building, mate. It's mental. Right, I need to get this under control. Right, that's it. Right, I'm going to cut them up as best I can in the pot. Just to help on presentation on the plate, that's it. Okay, and that's it. So, as soon as that starts bubbling like that, that is all she wrote. Because they're going to sit and steam, and they're going to... I want to try and not get hot water all over my feet like I normally do. Nice. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Right, cool, and that can just sit there, that's fine. Right, let's turn it off. Okie dokie, lovely, absolutely lovely. Right, so you can still see that lovely shape of the mushroom, the beef in there. Absolutely like proper wonderful. Right, okay, so this is how we're going to do it. Right, now we're going to whack in the sauce. I want the white spatula to make sure we get every single last drop out. I want every single drop, every drop that this has got to give to us. Yeah, I want it all. That's it, lovely. You know what I mean? And this is quite a popular dish with the birds as well. Yeah. Like loads of girls like this dish, and they always want every single drop as well in the Chow-Mein and soy sauce mix. Yeah, they love it. They absolutely love it. Everyone loves a bit of soy sauce. It's a very popular situation. Yeah. Happens all across the country. You know, in a street near you. Sadly, not sadly, to be honest, like financially, thank fuck for that, because if it did happen near me, in my flat, I'd be fucking skint tonight. I'd be even more skint than I am now, so it's just financially not happening, so, right, okay. Okie dokie, right, so I've got the noodles just sitting over there. Now it's basically time for spring onion. Right, there's no way around it, I can't get around it, so I'm going to put a nice bit of spring onion. I'm just going to turn this completely off now. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do before we split the spring onion. Right, I'm going to have a little tiny fag break. So everyone can just sit and do what they want to do. I'm going to turn this off, and all we've got all the flavours in here. We've got the heat, we've got the garlic, we've got the beef. The beef is just like kicking off. The beautiful flavours are cooking out, and we're just going to have a quick fag break. Be back in a sec. Right, okay, welcome back. Yeah, so like I said, I mean, so we've had an update of what's been going on with the South African and stuff like that. So he's had to pause for a maintenance check. He's done a few maintenances. Weather-wise, everything is looking like pretty cushy, right? So I'm just going to cut up these spring onions. Just going to get them in now. Okay, just cut them up, don't matter. Okie dokie. Yeah, so weather-wise, it's all been pretty cushy, and he has set off, okay? He's still got a long old way to go. I don't really... don't worry about the thickness of these spring onions going in. It's going to break down, alright? So anyway, so he's set off and all on his way. But he had a problem with acceleration, couldn't really get up to proper speed high enough, which was a disappointment to us here. And then all of a sudden he got descended upon a pack of great white sharks. Were right on his heel, okay? He's been expressing his concerns for a number of days, okay? Now, he got to a point, right, where he could accelerate away, right, and have made his great escape, and he did do exactly that, yeah, but sadly, there was a sacrifice, yeah. And that sacrifice came in the name of Arthur Boo Boo Leg. I'm just going to cut these noodles up now. I just do it. I know it's like everyone's going, no, that's ridiculous, but it just helps to fucking, do you know what I mean? Right, okay. Right. So yeah, yeah, he had to cut Mr. Half a Boo Boo free. Okay, so Mr. Boo Boo was cut free. He drifted, apparently, it was all videoed via NASA. He drifted in the air for approximately 10 minutes and then just floated back down, landed in the sea, and was immediately devoured by a pack of great white sharks. So Mr. Boo Boo, or Half a Boo Boo Leg, or whatever you want to determine to him, is no longer. Yeah. So this is a situation that has been thoroughly despised by me. I've called irresponsibility on the situation, but I'm not happy about it. Yeah, I've said, like, I don't think this is an acceptable outcome. Yeah, I think, like, obviously the South African has done a bit of a dirty on Mr. Boo Boo. He's just literally just let him go to the walls, really, or the great white shark. So, you know, I mean, obviously Mr. Boo Boo, the courier's gotten away scot-free, no responsibility, no real, to be honest with you, no fucks given, if I'm even allowed to say that, I don't know. I've personally lodged a complaint, okay, into the Mitchies about this absolutely reckless behaviour, and legally he does have custodial responsibilities for Mr. Half a Boo Boo Leg. I know he wasn't the original, but he was taken over by a family member. But that's not really the point. Right, I'm gonna serve this up. Hold into your bum cheeks, put your bangers away, and I'll see you fucking peasants in a bit. Yeah. And Mr. or Mrs. Beldona, they're from Australia. They're down there watching in Australia. So, yeah, we're surviving in the UK. We've got issues we have to overcome, and we will be trying to sort them out. I'll see you in a bit. Right, okay, so we're going to try and, we've thought, get this out as reasonably as we can. I'm going to do it on a plate this time instead of a bowl. Okay, so I'm just going to try and let everything fall where it falls, trying to go for the middle and see what. I don't want to overload the plate too much, even that, people are probably saying that's probably plenty, so I'll just do one more. Nice, that's nice. That can sit in there. That's quality. Okay. I think that's alright. I think that's nice. I'm going to put. Shall I put some sesame seeds over it, or shall I not do that? Or I'll tell you what I'll do. Instead of sesame seeds, we'll do a little bit of chili flakes, just to emphasise that. Just that slightly more than that if I can. Squeeze some more out. And then just to finish it off, I think would be really, really nice. Even though he's a beef Chow-Mein, yeah. I'll get the best I've got, which is not that one. They're both a little bit shit, but I'll do it anyway. Well, I might do it. No, I'm not going to do it. I was going to put a lime there, but I'm not going to do it because they're too shit, so I'll just leave it. No, they're right for juice, but that's probably about it. I'm not gonna sacrifice That's nice, that's alright. I'm going to just go for a little bit of light soy sauce. Just a little sprinkling over it. That's it. I don't want to go too mental. I am more, the more experience I get at the cooking, I'm more cautious. Just because I know that it can be just a little bit too much sometimes. Maybe a little bit of the dark soy sauce as well. Shall I do that? So I go a bit mad. Let's turn it round so it's got a different sort of splash value. There you go. That's mint. I think that's right. I think that's right. So I don't. Does anyone say that's I've made it worse or made it a bit spluttery? I think it's alright spluttery. I think that's alright. Actually, could do with I'll see what we could do with. I might just get the. I know I've already put some fucking thing on there, though, haven't I? That's the only thing. I just want to put a little bit. Oh, is that going to fuck it up? It's going to fuck it up. No, fuck it. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. No, I was going to add more to it, but no, fuck it. We'll just accept it as it is. A little passing gift, I think. A little green chilli and red chilli cut in half on it. Just like lightly, if I can. That looks shit, doesn't it? No, fuck that. Right, we'll leave it. That looks crap. So I'm not going to bother. I'll just whack it back in there. Right, let's wash my hands because that's going to be a nightmare in the morning. 100%. Right, I just wanted to lift it a little bit, maybe. Just. Like, I'm just fiddling, and I just wanted to like lift it up a tiny touch. Right, okay, right, that's it. That's all we're going to do. Fuck it. That's fine. There we go. So it's just a more sort of like more chillier one that I would do. Peanut butter's great with it. I've done some of them before. But yeah, so that's about it really. So yeah, I enjoyed the cake situation with Sir Tracy. It was nice. Cheers, Sheep Poloski and Sheep Unit and Ron, obviously, and everyone else. I've just got to be a little bit more thoughtful about shit I say. Yeah, that's all I've got to do. I mean, like I said, I done it in jest. I thought she'd think it was funny, but she didn't. So anyway, we've moved on from that. Apparently Alan has done his pork pie, so he hasn't uploaded this yet. He's just done it, so that doesn't really matter. So I can either do it. It's either going to be I do it this Saturday, or I do it. It doesn't matter because basically Tracy's let it be known to me that as soon as I upload it, she'll basically enact the challenge and the structure around it and what she has to do to make it official. So all I've got to do is do it and upload it, and as soon as she spots that, then literally the challenge is enacted, and then I'll presume that she'll contact Alan and he'll release his, because it's already uploaded. He'll just release it, and then Bob's your uncle. The challenge is on, and what will be will be. So I mean, I'm not mega hopeful. You know, there are going to be of my problematic issues on some things. I don't know yet. It just depends. It depends on how I do it. The skillage of Michelin ability that I use in that situation, and just pure, literally, can Sergeant bring his wonderment to the party? Who knows? Who knows? But it will be the best man wins on that particular event. Right, anyway, you absolute scumbags. Right, I love you all. Even the White Wizard is still not talking to me, so that's fine. Right, we'll go for a little close-up. I'm going to do it on here. I think it's better on here. You get more light than you. And we'll see you in a minute, you fucking absolute peasants. Right, there we go. So you see like almost like the splash effect I've got off that soy. So yeah, it's a lovely like beef chow mein. Like, it's really like lovely. It's just, it's hot. It has got a lot of warmth to it. So especially that ginger as well, that's going to bring dexterity and literally Michelin ability, really. If I'm honest, it's just the beef has been perfectly good. So it's just topside beef, but we've just over fried it slightly, which is good because it's going to give, it's got that, already got that contact of corn flour on there and everything, you know what I mean, and all them fucking spices and shit that went into it. That one's slightly thicker than I wanted, but it's basically too amazing. Like, it literally is quality. So, you know, with a bit different back setting, some flashy graphics up here, a bit of fucking really groovy music, and without an idiot flashing the camera about, right? It'll be on like 50,000 views, yeah? You know what I mean? If Adam Garrett does this, anyone watches Adam Garrett, right, he's a fucking charlatan. So, but yeah. If he done it, it'll be like fucking 60,000 views, all that bullshit. Does my head in. He really comes up with some like, it's just like, do you know what I mean? But I've done this tonight. I know I've done loads of them, but I wanted to do it and just show you, because it's not just me and Tracy watching, yeah. We do have toast watchers watching. I want people to be aware that even though most of you that are watching are literally yellow glove enthusiasts and shiny pot fanatics, yeah, and you know what, you know the difference between a sausage sandwich and, I don't know, a fucking bowl of custard, right? But there are people out there that will struggle with that, and we're here for them. Yeah, it's like a helping hands of Sergeant Fury Toes with, alongside his gang members and squad members, going out there into the outer reaches of humankind and saying to people, it's fine, I understand why you're eating beans out of a tin for a straw because you don't even know what a fork is. We're here to show you the way, and that's our job. Anyway, you lovely, absolute scummy fucking peasants, right? Right, I love you all. Take it easy, be good, and I'll see you absolute fuckers in the next one. Stay good, stay safe, stay peasantry, stay focused, and stay sergeant. See you later.